It says episode 1, but this is episode 3. So we're making do with our outside settings. The hair is waving. I'm here with my cousin Nate.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Glad you could make it.
Glad you could make the trip out.
And he's battling through a head cold. So
possible coronavirus, we're not sure.
We're not sure. I don't think that's it. But if it is, well, RIP to me. So Nate is here, and he does something very interesting that I think a lot of people just kind of take for granted. When they're out having a good time and they say, you know what, somebody's on the mic, but they're not singing. What are they doing? Well, what they're doing is trivia. In his case, he is one of the leaders of Nerdy Talk Trivia.
This is correct.
Okay.
I would consider myself a leader.
You are a leader. Natural born.
Some say.
So this is Nerdy Talk Trivia, started out in Nashville,
Yes, sir.
and he just travels the country spreading the joy of question and answer for cash prizes?
Cash prizes, gift cards. Kind of depends the place. A lot of places gift cards, but I mean, you can turn those into drinks, food, which I mean, if you can get that for free, save your cash and spend it on other things.
Yeah. So I just thought it was interesting because I started this whole podcast about media. And I what you do is live interactive media.
Exactly. I mean, we're on all the social media, do that, branching off and trying new things. Still very much startup, but
yeah. Startup life. So how long have you been at Nerdy Talk?
I have been at Nerdy Talk as a host for, it'll be 3 years this October.
What about before being a host? What were you doing?
Before being a host was the first thing I did.
Did you just out the gate, you're like, I'm a host?
Out the gate, I was a host.
Wow, big time. That's kind of big time.
It was a side gig to start with, a little side hustle, and then dove in after about 6 months of just doing that. I decided I hated my desk job and dove all in, run sales, social media marketing.
So let's talk about that desk job, because we are in Music City.
Yes.
And Nate had a job right out of Belmont.
Out of college. Yep,
right?
Right out of Belmont University.
Belmont.
Class 2017.
Spending some stacks, getting an education. And yes. I've been there too. Santa Clara, Belmont, similar stories here. So you land a job at BMI.
Yes, working in TV operations at BMI.
So what is that? And explain to everybody what your thought was. I'm going to go to BMI. Was it just, hey, that's a job I can get, or was there more of a trajectory there?
So it started out a little bit when I first got the job offer. I was like, all right, this is the first job I got. I need a job. I'm about to be on my own.
We've all been there.
Need to pay the rent. Yeah. But after a while, I realized like, oh, this could turn into something. I was working, making sure all those songs you hear on sporting events, TV shows like that, making sure the guys that wrote those, guys and gals, that write those get paid.
Wow, how nice of you.
Oh, that would be really cool.
So you get paid to do that?
I got paid to do that.
Somebody gets paid to do that. He was doing
Somebody makes money doing it.
Okay.
It was not me. I did not make a lot of money doing it.
How many people had a similar role to you? Because I can't imagine it was just
I had an entire floor of people, so...
And where were we all? In downtown?
We were on Music Row. Okay, end of Music Row in Nashville, so that was kind of a dream for me.
All right, so you got to like walk to work and be like, I'm in it. I'm in the middle of Music City.
Exactly. I was right. I looked down. Next to us was Warner Music, CSAC, ASCAP, all the big wigs.
Dropping the acronyms like it's hot. Love that. Just sprinkle them in. Okay, so you do that, and how quickly do you realize this is not for me?
3 months.
Okay, 3 months.
It took about 3 months of just typing numbers and names into a computer.
Devastating.
Not for me.
So let's try to place me in the timeline here. When did I move down based on when you were working there? Because I moved down here in like February or March. February.
You caught me right.
February 18.
Yeah, you moved down in February. I was out of there May 26th.
Dang, okay.
So tail end.
Tail end, okay. So when you realize this is not what you want to do with your life, which I'm not surprised you realized that.
Not at all.
Because you don't strike me as a desk guy.
I have a desk.
Well, I think we all own desks.
Because we all need one to work.
Yes, we do.
Sitting in a cubicle for 8-9 hours a day was just not cutting it.
Okay, so you figure that out. How do you make it through? Because I think a lot of people out there want to know, hey, if I've realized this is not what I'm supposed to do, how long do you ride it out? What was the plan there?
So the game plan the way it actually, and I stumbled and fumbled my way into this job. I texted my boss in May. I was like, hey, I hate my desk job. I'm going to quit. This is my trivia boss.
That's honesty. Oh, okay.
I was just like, hey,
That's good.
I hate my job. I'm going to quit. That's put in my 2 weeks. Can I pick up a couple extra nights on the side?
Cool.
As side income. And this very much goes into it's the connections and the people you know and how you are with people. And he just responded to my quick text I sent him on my lunch break. He was like, have you ever done sales before?
Oh.
And my response was, I bartended twice.
You are selling.
So, sure.
Yep, you're accepting cash.
He offered me a job running sales for Nerdy Talk Trivia.
Nice.
Sat down with him on a Tuesday morning.
Taking a long lunch. Oh, a long breakfast?
No, it was a lunch.
A lunch. A long lunch.
Took about an hour lunch. Wednesday morning, 9:30. I got to the office about 8:45. Took me until about 9:30 to work up the nerves to walk into my boss's office at my desk job and say, hey, I got this offer. Can you offer me anything better? If you can, I'll stay. If not, I'm going to leave. She told me she couldn't. She was like, all right, this could be your 2 weeks. This could be your
last day.
And I was like, I think this is going to be my last day.
The honesty.
I
like that.
Shook her hand, said thank you very much. She said, all right, just leave your stuff in my office when you leave for the day.
Wow.
Like, all right, sounds good.
So what did you do with the rest of your day?
Little did she know, the day I quit was actually my last day working there for the week, even if I had stayed.
Really?
Because it was Indianapolis 500 weekend.
So you were just prepping on multiple levels here.
I was going to a Jimmy Buffett concert Thursday.
Wow.
In Indianapolis. So, noon rolls around, and I realize, total about 2.5 hours after I had quit. I told my direct supervisor, I told one of my coworkers. Noon rolls around, I look back, she's out to lunch. Take my badge off my pants.
Time to go.
Unplug my laptop, hug my coworker, put my laptop in there, go out to my car, get my security pass, head it off to security in the lobby, call my friend on the way out and say, what are you doing? And she was like, why? It's the middle of the day on a Wednesday. What did you do? Pick her up, we go to the bar, and I say, I quit my job.
A celebration of sorts.
She was like,
freedom celebration.
Okay, and I was like, yep, let's go. So
I like that.
Had a little liquid lunch, and then from there I've been doing this.
So 3 years at something. So I always think that's like a significant amount of time. I've been doing film paid for like 11 years.
Yeah.
It feels like
that's a significant amount of time.
An eternity.
3 years. It's flown by, but it's felt long.
But so when you're doing trivia, because I don't think a lot of people have been. I've only been to parts. I've only participated maybe 3 times.
Exactly.
And said like, yeah, I want to win this thing, or I just want to be like, cool, I know the most.
Exactly.
How does it go down with you guys specifically?
So with us, what we do, we take all the stress that a restaurant or a bar or a brewery would have in running a trivia night. We take all that off their plate.
Nice.
So we do all the marketing for it. We write all the questions. We provide the sound system. We provide the host. We do everything other than provide
I feel like the host is important
prizes.
for this whole thing.
The host is probably the most important part.
Because how are you going to ask the questions?
Because we always try to pride ourselves. Like, people come because, there is that incentive to win prizes and stuff, but really they've built a good connection.
Or they're already going to the
host.
bar anyway.
Exactly. But the host is kind of like, oh, we got to go hang out with Nate on Tuesday nights. That'll be fun. Let's go do that. That's kind of where we differentiate ourselves from other trivia companies, or at least try to.
So, okay. So how does it go down? You go in, like, are you cracking jokes? Like, what's the kickoff? Do you have to be like, hey, settle down,
So
time
the way
for trivia?
I do it, every once in a while I have had to do that, and I tell my crowds, like, I don't want to feel like a teacher. I didn't go to school for teaching. I don't want to do it.
You're like the substitute everybody's going to ignore. But you want them to love you, so you roll out the cart with the TV.
They're going to tell me fake names.
Fake names.
They're going to throw things at me, and they're not going to care.
Yeah.
But basically what happens, I kick us off about 15 minutes before we actually get started. I might have an adult beverage in my hand. I
feel like when in Rome. You're in a bar.
I mean,
when
I'm not going to be rude. I wasn't raised that way.
Don't be.
But so I'll kind of just say, hey, everybody, what's up? Introduce myself. Let them know what's happening. For the most part now, unless I'm at a completely new place, people know that I'm there. Like, I'm friends with these people.
You're embedded.
They're walking up to me, getting their stuff, or they're waving at me to get me to bring them their stuff because they're lazy. Or they're attractive, and I want to go talk to them anyway. But
makes sense.
Either or.
You're making it happen.
That is a very specific example.
Yeah.
But no, so we basically kick it off. I'm cracking jokes the whole time, and I've told numerous people this. I tell it to the host that I train. I was like, you can either A, sit up here and be a bump on a log and be boring, or you can turn this into 45-minute comedy set where you ask questions.
It is a comedy set, really.
It really is.
It's a different form
I
of
try
stand-up.
I try to riff off just the different questions. I don't want to call it, and I don't want to equate it to freestyle rap in any means, because I could never do that. But it's kind of like I'm given a topic. I have longer than somebody who freestyles to come up with something to talk about, but I'm like, all right, here's what I'm talking about. Here's this joke, this joke, this joke. Go with that one. That one's better. Go.
Well, it's great because you're not even in a rap battle. You're the only one with the mic.
Exactly.
And everybody has to listen to every word you're saying. Yeah, nobody's trying to fight you.
Nobody's mad. Well,
okay, so is there money in this? Is this like a viable career? Okay. Okay.
It's a viable career in the sense of what I do.
Got it.
Most of our hosts are
It's part-time.
Part-time. It's a side gig, which I completely respect.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. When I was working my desk job and doing this on the side, I was making pretty good money. I had this side. I had the hosting. Basically, just paid my rent every month.
Nice.
So I had
that's
my actual
great.
job be like, okay, here's money. I can start saving, doing all this other stuff. I just couldn't keep doing that. But for most people, it's a good side hustle, especially, I don't know why any college kid wouldn't want to do it.
Right.
You get to go hang out at a bar.
And it's at night.
Exactly. And it takes at most 2.5 hours out of your night.
That's it. And
So most places start around 7. You're done by 9.
Interesting.
Ready to go. You can go home, get some studying, go to bed. You can still go to the bar if you want to.
Have you had any celebrities at these trivia nights? Or notable
We have a couple
people?
funny ones. Notable celebrity, little country music, Belmont University Inside Baseball. One of the best guitar players in country music history is Vince Gill.
Yeah.
He went to Belmont University as well. He has a room named after him.
Oh, wow.
Been in there a time or two. Cool. Good for him. One night I was setting up for trivia, and I'm setting up the speaker right behind this dude. And I'm like, he looks really familiar. I'm like, oh, excuse me. And he goes, oh, you're fine, you're fine. And I'm like, as soon as he said you're fine, I'm like, it's Vince Gill.
Nice.
Cool. This is not going to be stressful.
At your trivia, you're like, oh, cool. He's watching me. He's watching.
He stayed for about 2 rounds. He was having a meeting. He wasn't going to stay. He had stuff to do. But he finished 2 rounds. I finished the second round, and I'm waiting for everybody to turn their answers in. He comes up to me, shakes my hand, and goes, hey, you're pretty good at this. And walks out, and I go, all right, we're officially Vince Gill approved.
Yeah, let's go.
Vince Gill approved trivia host. Their first claim to fame. It was great. But that was cool. We've had a couple guys from the Nashville SC, soon to be MLS team. Let's see, we're recording this on the 23rd. I think their first game is the 29th of February.
Okay, it's 6 days away.
We had a couple guys come in. They were super cool. Hung out for a bit. Got to know them. We were getting super close to getting ready to do some like Instagram posts and kind of springboard that relationship.
Because we were talking about that before. I'm like, hey, are you going to get some influencers? Are you going to get some people in here?
So we were going to springboard that, make it awesome. I was thinking super big picture. It's like, all right, we're the official trivia company of the team. I'm not a huge soccer guy, but for purposes of content and money, I will be. No worries there. And then the guy who was kind of like front running it, he and his wife got pregnant. So shout out to Justin Davis of the Nashville SC. Congrats on the kid. Very happy for you guys. Miss you at trivia though. Please come back.
Please come back to trivia.
Please come back to trivia. I'm the host that got assaulted by a screw the one day you were there.
Oh wow.
Tell
me about that.
I was scooching past a team. We had possibly had a couple adult beverages. We were celebrating.
I feel like this happens on
and
occasion.
There was just this loose screw on the wall.
Did you get a tetanus shot? Are you telling me you have tetanus?
Yes, Mom. I went and got a tetanus shot.
I had to do that for Nancy.
I went and got a tetanus shot. No shot, I didn't.
No.
Don't like
good.
needles.
All right, well, it doesn't seem like a very dangerous profession.
No, not typically. It's only dangerous if you're like me and you just are clumsy every once in a while.
You're just all over the place.
That's what we do.
I like that. Okay, so that's what you do for work, but I know you and me talk about this all the time. We listen to a lot of the same podcasts, a lot of the Barstool content. Where are you trying to take this role of being a host? Like, how do you elevate that?
So, what we're doing, what I say we, me. The royal we. What I'm thinking of doing, and we're very much in the planning stages right now. I'm trying to figure out who all I'm going to get involved. I have enough connections across the country to make this a summer-long project.
Nice.
Which is kind of be my test pilot version of this.
Yeah.
So, we have t-shirts out that say on the front of them, this is through Nerdy Talk, say local by day, nerdy by night.
I like it.
I
Catchy.
am snagging the first half of that, the local by day part, and turning it into an Instagram, YouTube, TikTok.
Local by day is good. That applies
market
to anywhere in the world.
Can be anything. So, since I get to travel so much of this job, just kind of going to different places that maybe we've done trivia in the past, maybe I've met people there, going back and hitting up those places, showcasing them, showcasing the town, and then if we do some trivia, pivot it back to Nerdy Talk trivia.
Because what's the funnel, right?
Here's where you can go play trivia with Nerdy Talk in these towns. So I can kind of almost do 2 episodes in 1 episode. It's like, all right, here's the one that's just for me, for my content.
I like that.
Here's the Nerdy Talk one, and the only thing that changes at the very end, be like, here's where you can go play trivia.
I feel like a lot of people out there right now, you need to be riding the coattails of what you're doing, because a lot of times when Max and I are doing an event, I'm like, all right, what's my perspective on the event? So I will do a vlog, for example, about We Live 20. I did the edit for Max, I did all those videos for him, but I said, people on my channel want to know, how did I put it together? Where's the extra layer of video of me filming the event? It's like very meta. It's like
you're behind the scenes.
So the Russian dolls of levels of media.
Nesting doll.
Yeah, so I feel like people nowadays, you got to do that.
Exactly. I mean, I've gotten the opportunity to do some really cool things with this. Last year, we actually partnered with Bonnaroo Music Festival.
Legit.
And we did the Bonnaroo Ready to Roo tour. I believe we as a company did 5 cities in 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe.
Hustling.
We kicked it off in Nashville, which is hilarious. I did not host that one. Very funny. I was actually hosting down the road from it the same night it was happening, and we were dead because everyone was trying to go win Bonnaroo tickets. After that, I did a bingo night in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Ivy in Buckhead, which was super cool.
Nice.
Cool Barstool connection there.
Oh, yeah.
It was right after they had been there for the Super Bowl, and I had a Barstool sticker on my laptop. Shout out Jordan, the GM down there. He saw my sticker and he goes, "Yo, you like Barstool?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Come on." Shows me upstairs where they did all the filming of the radio show, how they did all that, goes into this back room, and literally starts throwing t-shirts at me that they had. Like, these are just the leftover collaboration shirts. I had like 12 different shirts, doubles of each of them, and I just like went home to my brother and was just like, "Here you go. Here's the ones that I..."
Shout out to Hank.
Shout out Hank. But we did that one. That one was crazy because I did that, and then the next morning I had a 6 a.m. flight to Vegas for March Madness. So I drove back from Atlanta.
Yep.
Drove back from Atlanta, slept for 2 hours,
driving.
hopped in an Uber to the airport, went to Vegas, got back, slept in Nashville for probably a night, went to Indianapolis, hometown, shout out, to host up there. That one got moved around a little bit because Purdue was playing Tennessee in, I think it was the Sweet 16.
Dang.
So I was like, we got to move that event. And then the weekend, the other day after that, I think that was a Friday night we did that, and then the next Monday I was in Columbus, Ohio. Shout out Buckeyes, even though.
So you're just traveling everywhere?
All over the place.
Everywhere. So you and me have that similarity. So when we come back, I want to talk more about the travel, because I did 250,000 miles in the air with my man Max last year, and I can only imagine how many thousand miles you did in a car.
A lot in a car.
A lot.
A lot. Not that many, but still a lot.
What's up, podcast? It's Dave. I wanted to let you know I have a YouTube channel. So if you're already seeing this on YouTube, no duh, this is just an ad for the podcast. I'm in the creative space right now. I'm actually editing my first episode right in here. So if this is past episode 1, hey, I'm wearing the same sweatshirt as episode 1, so it's just a look back. Anyway, go check out my vlog on YouTube. I do travel vlogging, BTS of working with my man Max Maxwell, all kinds of great stuff on there. Go check that out. And if you're a sponsor, this could be your ad spot. Right now I don't have a sponsor because this is my first episode. So anyway, sponsors out there, this is your ad spot. All right, back to the podcast. All right, we are back from a 5-minute phone break. I need to check my Instagram. Speaking of social media, we all do. We all check it all the time. What's your stance on just like social media on effect on the world?
So,
or you?
Everybody always, I feel like it's a popular take to be like, oh, I'm going to take social.
I'm taking a break.
Taking a break, which I understand. If you got to take a break, I feel like everybody should at some point.
But everybody needs to make a post about taking a break.
You gotta let people know. Followers know that, hey, I'm taking a break. Like,
if I don't respond, I'm not being a dick. I'm just not here.
I'm just not here. And don't get me wrong, I think that's a good thing to do. There are several times it's like, all right, I just wanted to kick back with my buddies, have a beer, watch the game. Right. I will throw my phone in the other room, just like, I don't want to worry about that for the next 2 hours. Like, just leave me alone for a little bit, which is fine. But I mean, social media as a business concept, we all need it. Like, that is the most important thing for any new business or any old business. Any business at all in the year of our Lord 2020 needs to be doing social media. And even for like on a personal brand status, like,
that is your business.
That is your business.
Your personal brand is your business. If you don't have a personal brand, I was telling you earlier at the bar, you can't get people to notice your trivia company or your media company or your X company.
Exactly. I would say you nailed it. Daveismedia. You are media. Hit the nail on the head there. At Nate of the Union _ on all social media platforms. Little check mark there. Got it. Not check mark though. Twitter,
we need to get
Instagram,
that blue check.
Give that blue check, please. We're working on it.
So, like, why? Yeah, but why? Like, why is it important? Because, okay, let's use an example. Like, me and my girlfriend really don't show anything on social media because it's only really important to us.
Exactly.
Like, the things I want to share with her, I don't care if you see it, I don't care if anybody sees it, Auntie Ann, like, whoever's, like, if they ask, all right, cool, I'll send you a picture of us, having fun. But everybody that I don't know out there, honestly, I'd rather they don't see.
No, I completely understand that. I feel like on some aspects of social media, Instagram in particular, it is a good opportunity. It almost is going to eliminate high school reunions.
Oh my gosh.
Because high school reunions are totally there because you just want to go. Nobody wants to go to check in on their friends.
Nobody wants to go to a high school reunion.
Contact with people you care about.
Change my mind. Nobody wants to go to a high school reunion.
I've been out of high school for 8 years now, and I've already been to my 5th year one on accident. Wow. I got dragged there. Wow. I didn't want to go.
Literally dragged.
I happened to be in town the same night, and it just perfect storm.
That visual of you being dragged.
But it's also, like, Instagram is there to flex on everybody you knew at high school.
You can big flex, college, or you can you can like subtly flex. Like,
you quietly flex, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, what? He's got a beach house. When did that happen? And then everybody's gonna pour it to the DMs. Exactly. But I completely agree with the whole, like, if it's something like I want to show off, like, or send something to my friend and be like, hey, here's a great picture of us.
You would appreciate it because we were both there.
I'll just text it to you.
If there's a Floribama thing, sometimes I will post that.
Exactly.
Here's where I differentiate. The stories.
The story is a different move.
I will post more personal stuff because it disappears.
It's not there forever. It's a day.
It's, hey, it's happening now, or hey, I remembered this real quick, and then it's gone. For the post, I don't need to leave stuff up that people can just constantly check and be like, I wonder if Dave and Lily are together. I wonder if Dave is still doing this job. I wonder, like, it's like, I don't want you to be able to just check in.
No.
If you're gonna check in, you have my number, you can text me, you can message me, you can care. You can be like, yo, hey, how's it going?
Exactly. And I'll put stuff up, like, if it's something like I'm trying to get in contact with some certain people, or it's like trying to make a new connection, or it's just like I saw something funny that I think a lot of my friends will find funny.
Like,
rather than sending it's like, boom. Yeah. Like most recent post on my Instagram is me and 2 of my former roommates at our past 4th of July barbecue at the house. We all have matching male rompers.
Amazing.
That are American flags all over them.
I enjoy that photo. I liked it.
It was fantastic. And I got a stereotypically American hat. Shout out Barstool Heartland. I got a mustache, shades on, Bud Light in my hand, and I'm just like, this is a funny thing. Also, let's try to hop in on the zillion beers movement with Barstool. It's like we're gonna drink a zillion beers this 4th of July.
A zillion.
Hook me up.
How far did you get in a zillion?
This past 4th of July, we did it pretty good.
A lot.
By about 4 o'clock, I don't remember what we were doing.
Dang.
The year before that was involved a slip and flip and some Bill's Mafia type escapades with a table.
Don't go through a table. Did you go through a table?
I did not.
Oh, good.
Did not. My buddy did go through a table.
Never go through a table.
It was not good.
I'm not from Buffalo. I'm a Patriots fan. I just don't understand.
I don't get it. I very much enjoy watching the videos. They make me laugh every time.
I'm like, oh no, through the table.
Through the table. Or when they completely miss.
Well, so I just think social media for personal reasons is, I'm not a hot babe. I'm not an Instagram model. I don't have these kind of problems in my life.
No.
But I use it for business, and it's really, that's my business card is my Instagram. I try to put stuff up there that represents who I am as a creative, and then also enough that you get an understanding of my personality.
Exactly. And I think that's how it ties in with the personal brand. It's like, okay, you can kind of see some of the things that I've done that aren't necessarily business-wise. Like, I had a cool trip with my family. Here's a cool picture.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Nate's Family Guy. Got it.
Went to a ball game. Here's a picture of my friends, and we met the right fielder for the Reds.
Legit.
Something cool like that. Like, nothing like that's gonna stand out too much, but it's like, okay, here's how you can get a picture of who he is as a person. Then every once in a while you tie in like business stuff. Like, I have my account, I have the Nerdy Talk Trivia regular account, I have the North Carolina Nerdy Talk Trivia account, so it's always just like sharing my stuff, sharing
those two. How do you keep track of all that producing content? Because it's hard for me.
It's tough. Folders on folders on my laptop to make sure that everything is in the right spot. It's like, all right, this personal stuff, don't put that on any of the business accounts ever.
Right, because you open the Instagram, if you don't have a later.com account, you're just like, oh man, I can't schedule it. And if you accidentally post like a picture of you like shirtless, people are gonna be like, wow, Nerdy Talk really taking a stance on shirtless Nate here.
Nerdy Talk has gone different, and the internet lives forever. Someone will have seen it and screenshotted it, and
it lives forever, and it's undefeated.
Undefeated.
You have to.
You cannot beat the internet.
If your dirty laundry is out there, you better own it.
Oh yeah.
Because somebody else will.
You just gotta own it. But I mean, being on top of the accounts, I haven't had too much of a problem with it. Knock on wood, this is metal, but you get it. Most of the time, if I have a cross between accounts, it is something business-wise gets posted on my personal account, which is more just like, everybody knows what I do for a living anyway, so they're not that surprised to see.
Back to my thesis: if people follow you, they will follow your company.
Exactly.
That's why you have to build a personal brand.
I love this.
You got to build a personal brand. It's more important to build a personal brand than it is to build your company's brand.
Oh, I completely.
You already have a logo. But if you just show that to somebody, they're gonna have all these questions. Oh, what is that? What does this do? If somebody's been following you, they know what you're up to. Oh, cool, that's the company you work for. Automatically,
fan.
They know.
Right there.
They know what you do. They're gonna maybe go check it out because of you, not because of the company.
Exactly. I kind of got to revert, like, I had that happen.
Yeah. But
kind of out of order a little bit.
Okay.
So Nerdy Talk gave me the platform to build my personal brand and, become an entertainer, performer, if you want to call it, a host, being able to make these connections and get people to be fans of mine.
Right.
So Nerdy Talk was there to give me the platform, and then now I'm going back to, it's like, all right, you're a fan of me, come to Nerdy Talk.
Get it. They lift you up. They elevate your status, so then you can say, hey, everybody, guess why my status is elevated? Because of this great company. Come check us out.
Boom. It's almost like Nerdy Talk is my sponsor.
Yeah, they are. Like, if you were last night, if you were boxing, if you were, like Tyson Fury, if you're out there just doing your thing, and you would have just a, nerdy talk patch right on the shorts. Yep. Good news, bad news. Good news, the podcast is not over. Bad news, there is no more video because the card filled up and didn't relay to the next one. It happens. It hasn't happened to me in years, but it happened. So, anyway, apologies, please enjoy.
So we went different ways with that. I was thinking like Daytona 500 car.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan Newman.
Yeah.
Walking away.
Very, happy.
Yeah, that's basically how it is. Like,
people need to realize that.
It's not,
Sponsor is a great way. Nobody's put it that way. And
Exactly.
think of your company as a sponsor of you. And so let's go further with that. If they're your sponsor, you got to act accordingly based on the rules and regulations of your sponsor.
Exactly.
So Max and I represent Ezekiel Mitchell. Shout out. You're my boy, Blue. Whoop. Shout out, Blue. So he is, we represent him, but he represents the Ariat brand. So there's certain rules and regs to that. Yo, you gotta rock Ariat. You gotta talk a certain way on social. You need to be an upstanding guy when you're out in public, because every time you have an interaction with a person, they say Blue equals Ariat equals he's a good guy. It can't be the other way. You can't have a bad interaction because that reflects poorly on the brand.
Exactly. So yeah, I think that's the way people should look at it. Like,
you're a corporate citizen even if you don't have to work a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Because honestly, when you're working a 9 to 5 and you're just out in public, nobody really knows where you work.
If you're working a 9 to 5, and people need to know this more because I feel like people get so invested. Be invested in your company, even if it is a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have talked to so many people who are like, oh, I can't go out tonight. I got to work in the morning. And if my boss knows I was out, they're going to be mad. I'm like, your boss does not care.
Yeah, you're not
if
that
you
important.
went out on a Wednesday.
No.
You work in a cubicle
Live your
in
life.
an office with 5,000 people in it in downtown Nashville.
Your boss
have fun.
might not know what you look like.
There's a solid chance your boss does not know your name.
Yeah, and
that happened at my previous job.
That's an advantage.
I had bosses who didn't know my name.
That is an advantage.
Oh yeah, take advantage of that.
But I think we're all corporate citizens of, if it's your own company, like
yes,
literally Dave is a representative of Daveismedia. I am media. I am one and the same.
Exactly. Nate, representative of Nerdy Talk Trivia.
Right.
What I do reflects the company. What the company does reflects on me.
And think of all the people that only know you through trivia.
A lot.
Right?
It is
so
a lot.
if they see you, you got to be on your best behavior.
It is a terrifying
Which
moment.
might mean drinking some beers, having a good time, being a friendly guy.
That is the brand I have established.
That's the brand.
So it's good that that's it.
You're aware of it.
So I can throw them off every once in a while. Like, oh, Nate, you're like chilling, just like you're having a nice
little
whiskey.
R&R for Nate.
You're wearing a blazer and you're having a whiskey drink. What are you doing?
Corncob pipe.
Every once in a while, you gotta throw them on their toes. What? No, the number of times I've been out somewhere and someone's gone, Trivia Nate!
See?
And I'm like, oh God, what? It's an immediate whatever I am doing. Just like look at my hand, look in front of me. I'm like, what happened? Where am I?
So it goes without saying.
How can I hide?
You still love living in Nashville.
I do. I love Nashville. It is one of the greatest cities in the country, in the world. I compared it earlier to places like Las Vegas or New Orleans. If you're bored in Nashville, you are choosing to be bored.
It's your own fault.
Exactly. There's always something to do. Not that being bored is a problem. I feel like sometimes you just got to be like, I'm going to turn my brain off for an hour.
I do that on purpose all the time.
It's the best. And then when you come back, you're refreshed, recharged, ready to go.
Right.
But Nashville's one of those cities. Like, if you want to do something, you can.
Food spots. What?
Food spots.
Talk to me about. I asked JR, but him and I have only been to Hattie B's. So best hot chicken. Do you have a reference point here?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta remember it.
Hot chicken cold day. I feel like the video right now, it's gray. It looks like it might be February, which it is.
It is. It's actually not that cold.
My jacket's on, but it's fine.
It's
for the look.
It's 50s.
This is for the look.
Getting the fit off.
Yeah, but we needed the shades. I just felt like the shades.
The shades were a good touch. The shades were a good touch. I'm thinking at some point we gotta do episode 2. I will be a recurring guest. That's fine.
Yes, good.
Thank you for your
I'm going to be back. Yes, you're welcome. You're always welcome.
I was thinking more.
When you're here, you're family. Wait, you are family.
I was thinking more Thanksgiving episode.
Ooh, we're going to do one from, the Floribama.
The Floribama.
Back patio, Floribama. Shout out to our whole family.
Get some.
Who has literally met there. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
The Floribama is a whole Pandora's box. That might need to be like a 2 or 3 parter.
That is a series.
We're going to bring on some uncles who have no clue about how to use media or even a phone. We have this one, Uncle Mike, and he It was suspect if he had a cell phone through the 90s and the 2000s. We know he has one now, but we're not sure if he uses it. We just send him smoke signals. He lives miles from the bar, and it is the hardest man to get hold of.
He'll always show up there, though.
Yeah, every time. He will be there.
Every time. Circle back on hot chicken, though.
Hot chicken. Need to know.
I got my guy.
Need some takes.
My favorite place to go get some chicken around here is Brother Z's Wang Shack.
Ooh, that's a place I've never heard of.
It is a hole in the wall in East
Z's
Nashville.
Wang Shack.
And it is
East Nashville.
Hipster heaven, as they call it. It is
Hallelujah.
perfect. You can get any kind of chicken, not just Nashville hot chicken. Big fan of their buffalo chicken tendies. Always a fan.
Need chicken tendies, always.
But no, I mean, Hattie B's is that good classic Nashville hot chicken that you want.
Because I feel like even if a place has become a tourist stop, it is for a reason.
It became a tourist stop for a reason. That's why.
And it's still good.
Still good.
Good to hear that. All right, what else about Nashville am I missing? I moved away from here like June 2018. I haven't been back in a while. What else am I missing? 100 people who move here every day?
100 people move here every day. If you're one of those people looking to move here, please wait like 5 years.
He's saying please don't.
Stop.
Just stop.
We do not have.
No, don't.
It's all like 3-lane interstates, and
one of them I saw got expanded.
They're working on it.
Wow.
They take forever.
They do take a while.
New neighborhoods popping up everywhere. There's really just not. I mean, there's a couple neighborhoods that you probably don't want to hang out at night in, but for the most part, I think it's a pretty safe city.
Yeah,
I've lived here for about 7-8 years. Lots of live music, not just country music. If you're looking for anything, you can find it here. A lot of good hip hop, a lot of good indie rock, singer-songwriter stuff. You can find anything. Pretty solid stuff. Great food. With more people comes more food. And the restaurants are stepping up their game in terms of taste and variety, and got some awesome like sushi places that have moved in.
I love sushi.
Good steakhouses.
Big fan.
It's just awesome.
Okay, so for you, let's end on some future stuff.
All right.
What are you trying to do with this persona you've created as Trivia Nate with Nerdy Talk? Like, where do you see those companies in your brand going?
So, my personal brand. Where I'm moving from here. We mentioned the local by day stuff.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout that for the summer of this year.
Yeah.
For some of that to be in the works and getting out.
Merch. I'm on it.
Is going to be happening. I will be getting the trademark.
On it.
So that's kind of where it is. A little bit of a travel show. Talked about it earlier. Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown meets Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Triple D's.
Get all of it mixed in there, do some weird stuff, eat some great food.
And I thought the coolest part was you're gonna go to just random ass towns that people have maybe never heard of.
Not normal places. Like, one of the towns that we're gonna go to has the claim to fame there is a 20-foot Superman statue.
Oh, I need to see this.
Metropolis, Illinois. Random place.
Metropolis,
I did trivia there twice over the span of 2 months. Ridiculous trip. I'll tell the whole story in that video that I'll have coming out. That'll probably actually be the first one.
Yeah.
After that, working on getting my own podcast going. Have kind of kicked around a couple ideas. My little brother Hank is very much in on the idea. He's very much like us, entrepreneurial, media oriented, listens to podcasts, listens to the same ones we do. Kicking around some ideas. It's going to be a very much like this, kick back, see what people are up to.
Yes.
Do some cool stuff. Tentatively named the back patio.
Ooh.
Because I have a back patio at my house.
Oh, flex. Little flex.
I like
patio.
Little flex. Like to grill, like to drink some beers, something just chill like that. We'll be doing that. Getting better at all the social medias. Instagram, YouTube channel coming soon.
Yeah, where can people find you?
You can find me at Nate of the Union _ that is on Twitter, Instagram. I can't remember what my TikTok is.
Oh yeah, TikToks. I love TikTok for like an hour, and then I bail on TikTok for a week.
It's a solid.
That's what I do.
I'll pull it up right now. It's at Nate of the Union, no _
wow,
on TikTok.
TikTok, nice.
Only one that would let me get away with that. Everywhere else had another one.
Another Nate of the Union. Whoever you are out there, you better be doing some cool stuff.
Shout out to one of my trivia regular teams at Brothers Burger Joint here in Nashville. They use my name in every team name they have. Every week it changes. But the first one they ever did was on the night of the State of the Union, so they did Nate of the Union, and I was like...
Inspiration?
I straight up told him right away. I was like, "That's
Taking
my
it.
new Instagram handle."
Love it. I
like,
love that.
That's mine. I'm taking it. And
Yeah.
it's been the same. It's been that for like 2 years now, year and a half.
Good.
But no, a lot of big things coming. Looking forward to all of it.
I'm excited that you're going to be a recurring guest. Thank you for your personal invite from yourself to yourself.
Thank you for letting me invite myself
Always.
as a recurring guest on your show.
We're literally family, so that's how it works. I on Thursday, I'm like, hey, I'm coming, and you're going to be on the podcast.
We had talked.
It wasn't a discussion.
We had talked about it when episode 1 dropped of getting on the podcast, which I was super pumped about, and I told you I was going to finagle my way on anyway, even if you didn't invite me.
Yeah.
And I was like, this might happen like down the road. This will be like a week or two, a couple
Thanksgiving,
months.
Floribama.
Not even like 4 days later, it was like, yo, I'm going to be in town. You're hopping on the podcast. It's like, oh, right, cool.
And now,
battling right now, but we're going to make it happen.
And now we did it.
We did it. We done did it.
He battled through a cold.
Can't keep me down.
No,
Jordan
you
flu
can't.
game, baby.
Jordan flu game.
Not the flu, though.
No, thankfully. I'm glad. I gotta say
just
healthy.
Sniffles and a cough.
But it's been fun catching up. I'm glad people got to know about trivia as it's a form of media. It's interactive, and we got to share that. So for everybody out there, I'm your host Dave, and I am Media, and we will catch you next time. Peace.
Have a good one.